great. I'll give the microphone to you.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. See?
Ну, можно 15 минут, я думаю, больше мы точно не будем. Ну, 10. Ну, это как вы считаете? Да, 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 да. Все? Can we start?
Yeah.
Yes. First of all, please tell a couple of words about the new album, about the lyrics, about the message of the song, about the cover, because it's a great cover.
Thank you. Well, there's really it's not a concept record by any means. It's hard to explain. Lyrically, I usually don't like to try to explain it too much. As less, let the listener kind of make up his own, visuals of what's going on. It's really inspired by the music, that these guys are making, and we got into a really creative mode. When Cheese Accident happened, it really put things in perspective for us and really brought us close together, and everybody just got really focused on the music, and we started just music started pouring out and just started writing. In a couple months we had a record. It's pretty fast for us.
Is there any message in the band?
No.
Whole band? Do you want to teach something?
No, we're not really a band that really tries to convey messages or whatever. It's more art for us, the music. It's just feelings, emotions, things like that, and it could be a broad range of emotions. I mean, it could be happiness, sadness, anything. It's the music is just a way for us to be artistic, I guess, and express ourselves. It's not really any political or anything that I want to tell anybody. It's just
And in the beginning, was there a difference for you when you just started the band?
It's kind of the same. Do you mean different from now till then?
Yes.
It's so. I mean, I don't want to say it's kind of gone full circle. Like I think when we first began, it was just everything was so new and we were so excited about everything. And as you go on and keep on going, and it becomes. We always try to have fun, of course, but it becomes a job too. But in this whole cycle so far, the making of this record has really been almost a return to just that feeling that we have. Just the pace we did it at. The friendship, the fun, the amount of fun we had making a record. The records for us over the years have gotten more difficult to make. Almost to the point where, blow up. But it's been great, man. So I think it's just obviously appreciating each other, appreciating the fact that we're able to be here doing this. After all these years, and so it's really a good thing all the way around, man.
You noticed that music is your job. Then what is your hobby?
Music.
pretty much. Music is a big part of all our lives. From the music we listen to the music that we create. It can be therapeutic for you. You know what I mean? Especially through I think the hard times that we were going through in the last few years. So it's been really good to us, and we're just like you said, we appreciate that we're able to do it still. But for fun, we do a lot of stuff. Everybody has different things. I like to ride my bike and my skateboard, and Stefan likes to play golf. We all have little hobbies like that. But the music is still one of the main hobbies of ours.
You have now a member of bass player, and if Chief will be back.
I hope he will, but that's not for. We don't know. Right now he's healing, and he's getting his strength back, but he's still yet to fully come out awake. So we're just hoping for the best for him, and.
And what will happen with Sergio?
I don't know. Maybe we'll have two bass players. We'll find another job for Sergio, but I don't know. I can't even think about that until the time comes. So.
And what about the album Eros?
What about it?
Would be left when Chief will be back.
Possibly. We do plan on releasing it one day. The best scenario would be that Chi is awake and he joins us, and that would be awesome. But regardless, I think we do plan on putting it out one day. We just haven't talked about it yet. When it's too soon to talk about.
What about your solo projects? You both have solo bands. What's happening with them now while Deftones?
Nothing much. I mean, this is obviously our main focus right now is working on Deftones, but you know, all the side projects to us it's like we were talking about earlier. It's a hobby to make music on it when we're not, you know, doing music with Deftones. We, you know, try to find something else to do creative. So it's just for fun, and you know, to keep it that way, you know, it has to be a hobby, a side project. You know, this is the main focus here.
With whom would you like to work as guest on the album? Because, for example, I think a couple of previous albums you have more guest appearances
Yeah.
on your album.
I don't know. With this record particularly, we didn't really have any guests, and we didn't really think about it. It usually happens pretty organically, you know. It's not like we plan, hey, we're gonna find this person and get this person. Like with Maynard, for instance, you know, we were hanging out a lot at that time, and he was just, you know, he was just there in the studio, and I said, hey, man, you want to sing on this song with me? And we sat down and wrote the lyrics out and did it. It happened very organically as well. So who knows? I mean, there's a lot of people. PJ Harvey, I would love to make some music with her one day. Prince. I don't know. A lot of people, you know. I enjoy collaborating with people in general. It's just fun. It's an experiment and see how different people work and do that kind of thing.
You would like people to remember you as a good musician or a good person?
Hopefully both. Good people and good musicians. I mean, you know, I think as a vocalist, me as a guitar player, whatever, I still feel like I'm learning, you know, figuring out how to use my voice better and to play guitar better. So, you know, I always want to keep evolving and keep learning with that. So, you know, but to be a good person, you know, that's bigger. That's bigger than music, you know.
Good person, you know, if you're a good person, the music will come with it. So, you know.
Fair enough.
And do you notice the young bands, or do you listen to young bands? Do you try to support them?
Of course, yeah. I mean, you know, whatever we can do to encourage, you know, kids to you know, to be creative is great. And you know, the only advice that I would give them is to enjoy themselves doing it, because you know, that's the main reason why we make music, is because we actually enjoy each other's company as friends, and we enjoy what we do. Although, like you said, it's a job. We do it mainly because it's fun. You know, we've done it since I was 15 years old. You know, we were both pretty much kids when we started doing it, and you know, and luckily that we still have that. We enjoy doing it.
And with whom would you like to play with the young musicians? Can you mention any young bands that you'd like to play with? Young bands, because when asking with big bands, people say Metallica and so on. Before we played with all of these bands.
Yeah.
About young bands, can you mention any young band that you've noticed?
I'm not too sure. You know, I don't listen too much young music. I mean, I shouldn't say that, but I always find myself listening to old music. You know, and I mean old. I mean like from the 40s and the 50s. You know, it's just yeah. It's kind of takes me out of my element. So I mean, I'm not too familiar with a lot of new artists.
And what about you?
That's really the same. I mean, there's music always on, you know, pretty much 24/7 in our lives. There's music going, you know, when you wake up, you have something you put on. I listen to everything, and I'm sort of a victim of my iPod having, you know, thousands of songs on it, and it's on random. So I just let it, whatever it chooses to play. And then if I choose to skip it to the next, I will. But I mean, really, there's so many talented bands. But I mean, really, it's like you said about, you know, people being creative, man. There's so many ways, you know, people to get their music out these days. Obviously, the internet is such a great platform for, so, you know, for anyone to do things. So, that being said, there's so much music out there. There's so many bands. It's just like, you know, whoa, I can't, you know, there's so much to. I guess you have to, you know, it trickles down, and you know, the good stuff will sift through. But
But if there's someone who never heard Deftones, what should he know? Why he should listen to your band? 3 reasons why somebody should start listening to Deftones.
Because they're bored. There's one. Because if they turn on the radio, they're probably not going to hear us. So, you know, it's good to go seek out music sometimes and find good music. I think we're one of those bands. And I think our music, you know, covers a lot of ground as far as, you know, there's a lot of really aggressive stuff and there's a lot of mellow stuff and it's all mixed up and, you know, it kind of makes it interesting to listen to. I think you put on one of our records, you hear it's not like you hear the first song and then you heard the whole record. You know, every song is something different, I think, in a way, but yet it's all cohesive. And I don't know. I think there you go.
And what would you like to be the highest point of your music career?
What would I like the highest point of our music career?
Best band in the world.
I don't understand. Say it again.
What would you like to be the highest point of your music career?
What would I like?
What should it be for you as a band? Highest selling record band for Grammy and all nominations.
I think just the fact to be able to do it and keep doing it. You know, we have this career. We've been at it 20-something years, 22 years. You know, and we're still able to do it. That's to me is the high point. You know, I mean, there's been lots. I think we've had more success than any of us ever thought we would over the years. You know, I mean, just in terms of even things like a Grammy, whatever. These things are, but we're here and we're able to do this, and that's the high point, man. You know.
And what do you think about problems in the music industry about downloading and stuff like that? For big bands, that's okay because you can play in stadiums and so like that. And young bands cannot do that. So can you make any advice for young musicians?
I would say to make good music, to make good records, and, you know, they'll stand the test of time if you do that. I mean, you know, once the downloading stuff's not going to go away, you know. So, you know, my suggestion would be to make quality music because, you know, everything's so disposable these days. And if you make a record and one song is good, everybody's going to download their one song, and no one's going to buy your record. You know, if you make records that people want the whole thing, it makes it a little special. But, you know, I don't know. I don't really, you know, I'm not completely angry at it, and I don't really support it. It's just, it's there, so, you know, it's there. I have no control over it.
And make an ID for the channel. A1?
Yeah. Hey, what's up? Hello, I'm Chino.
Hey, I'm Abe.
We're Deftones, and you're watching A1.